All right, welcome to the next session, and I'm super excited to be here. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're excited, if you're motivated, press a 1 in the chat. And today I prepared something really cool for you guys because a couple months ago, I was looking on other people's profiles. For example, let's say this guy. Maybe someone knows this guy, Ed Milet. And usually we learn from people that are there where we would like to be, right? And I was checking out his profile, and this guy has around almost 3 million followers. And I was scrolling a little bit through his profile. And I realized one thing. For example, his pictures, when he's introducing someone, for example, in his videos, in his podcasts, and the topics what he speaks about, the cover looks pretty cool because it looks clean, it looks nice, and it gives basically an overview what the video is about, what is behind the thumbnail. And I was thinking the whole week the last time, what can I prepare for you guys that you can create something like this without any experience? And I did something very cool for you. So I created a Canva template for you guys, and you can use it extremely easy to make covers for your posts on social media. And I'm going to show it to you how. So let's say we're going to take, it's super easy because the templates are already created. So you don't need to do anything. The one important part is before you use the template, make sure to click on the link, what I send you after the call, and duplicate the link. You have to duplicate the file first, because otherwise, if you edit it directly, then everybody can see the edited version, and then it gets a little bit confused. So make sure to copy it, to duplicate it, and edit basically the duplicated version for your Instagram. So, and I'm going to show you how extremely easy it is. And I took John because John has a gigantic biceps. So look, let's say this. We're going to take John. And you know what? So it's so interesting because you can remove the background with an app. It's called Photo Room. You're going to take the app, and I think I showed you that last time. It's called Photo Room, and this is this one. You can upload any picture, remove the background, and it's done in seconds. And it's for free, okay? So it's pretty cool. So, but back to the thumbnail. Look at this now. The only thing what you need to do, you need to remove the background from the picture you would like to use and just drag and drop it to the created template. So now it looks a little bit weird, but we're gonna fix this soon, okay? Because you can just go here on position, on layers, and you just put John a little bit back. So now we have the play button behind it. So, and then we have even the white shade. So look at this. I can go even and give John a shadow like this. Then it looks even a little bit better. And we can even make the shadow in any color what we want. So next thing is what we realized, John has blue, okay, as profile picture. What you can do with Canva is you can put any color in and it picks automatically the color what you chose basically in that file. So for example, I take this, now we have yellow, but we realize John has blue. So we go here, we're gonna take this and look at this here. Canva creates automatically that color what John has on his profile picture. So now we're gonna add this, we're gonna remove this, and it's done. And for example, I can take this, save it, and I can change the font, I can change the color, I can change anything what I want. So it's super easy for you. Let's say, another example, John wakes up tomorrow in the morning and says, today I want to speak about confidence. And John records a video where I say, today I'm going to give you 3 tips how to be more confident. First, get your ass in the gym, because if you don't feel good in your own skin, then you have no confidence. So this is the first part you should work on. Let's say John creates a video like that. Then it looks even better. I created a template what you can use. So for example, you take John, and you put it here. So then we're gonna move John in the back again. That was too much. So, for example, like this. Then you can change any color what you want. And even that, for example, we change that to, so. That's John's blue. And let's say make it a little bit bigger. And then I can take this and I can play a little bit around. For example, like this. And then people know what behind the video awaits, you know, what they can get. And so it's so easy. And I can even take the photo of John and I can add a shadow in that color what John likes. For example, some kind of blue. If I want this. So now John has a blue shadow behind, right? So I can take this and it looks better because you have a thumbnail and it's so easy to do. So the only thing what you need to do is just copy it, drag and drop, and it's already done. And just change the font, change the color, or even the testimonial. Someone posted a testimonial today. And for example, you put here, Sandra lost or Max has lost 10 pounds. And you take this, put a photo of you and maybe the testimonial and pin it to your profile. Because if people go to your profile, they see that John is helping someone lose weight. And maybe if I want to lose weight, I go on John's profile and there is someone speaking that she had an amazing result while using the products by working with John. And even the best thing what you can have is someone else speaking about the work what you do. That gives you instant credibility. And this works incredibly well. So if you have any questions, just let me know in the chat. But it's super easy to just do it. And just try a little bit. And so that's cool. Thank you. Love it. You're welcome. So if you have any questions right now for your story, because so many people didn't even complete the story so far. So just let me know if there's anything where you need help right now. Then I can also help you with that. And I also prepared some really cool stuff for you because the goal from the calls is that I give the most valuable recruiting tips, what I learned over the years. And for example, I want to leave you today that you know exactly what you can do after the call to get more people in your business. What I would do in your situation, I would look for people, I would go on Instagram and I would search for the local gym. Maybe you can take notes right now because this is exactly the step-by-step guide what I would do to recruit people in my Herbalife business. So I go in my local gym, I go on Instagram, and I look for a specific type of person. I look for someone who is already in shape. I look for someone who have nice videos. I look for someone who's not afraid speaking in a camera and record already videos. Because these are people, they already overcome that stage that they're not afraid of speaking in front of the camera. So they have more courage. They stop caring or they stop caring what other people think about them. That's the reason why it's easier for them to record videos. And if you look for those characteristics and you start a conversation, and I'll tell you what I did. I messaged someone in the gym and I said, don't send some random stuff where it's like, hey, do you want to join my team? What like 95% people are doing wrong in network marketing. Send a message where is a nice compliment in it. For example, you write, hey, John, you're amazing in shape. Since how long are you working out? Question mark. And I can guarantee you, if you do this today, after the call, you look for a local gym on Instagram and you send 20 of those messages, I can guarantee you that at least 2 or 3 people will reply. And then maybe you like 3 pictures and you commented someone, for example, a nice outfit or some random things what you really like about this profile. So next, what do you do next? The goal is because look, if someone is already in shape, it's hard to sell them a protein shake and it's hard to sell them a weight loss program if they are already in shape. But what do they need? If they are already in shape, they need more money. Definitely. Everybody wants more, right? So, and they are in the gym and they have incredible shape because they're very disciplined when it comes to working out. But for example, the money part is missing. So let's say you speak with someone and then you say, hey, that's crazy. You're amazing in shape. What do you do for a living? Do you work some related stuff to your fitness journey, or do you do something completely different? And the goal is to be on a fact-finding mission. Your goal is not to be interested. Your goal is not to be an interesting person. That's not the goal. The goal is to be interested. And there's even one quote from the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. You make more friends in 1 week when you are interested than trying to be an interesting person for a year. And that's completely, but it is how it is. It's like, if you're really interested, it's like the reason why it was not difficult for me to recruit people is because I'm genuine interested. I see someone, I like this someone, and I'm like, this person looks cool. Let's see what's going on in her life, what's going on in his life. And I'm really interested in that person I'm having a conversation with. It's like, is there anything in his entire life where I can improve his life somehow? And let's think it from this way. There is basically, you can help everybody to increase their life quality. If someone wants to lose weight, you can help them. If someone wants to make money, you can help them. Basically, all the basic needs are covered with the opportunity where you're in. And sometimes we are in that phenomenal, in that wonder, but we don't see it because we are in there all the time and working and showing the plan and showing the product. But if you step out, if you take a deep breath and realize what is the real gift, I mean, that's completely crazy. You need to think about it. There is a business what you can do part-time without risking what you do at the moment. You can build it as big as you want in 155 countries with the #1 nutrition company on the planet. I mean, that's completely wild if you realize that. And someone is looking already for an opportunity and you have it. And the reason why they don't join is because you don't show them. And I recruited someone that way. I said, hey, what do you do? Because that person was in shape. That person was working out. That person was showing nutrition tips. You know, it's so easy when you have someone who is already sharing some valuable stuff on Instagram. It's so easy because they are already in the process. They just need a business what they can scale. Because there is not a single influencer, if you don't have millions of followers, who's really making a lot of money. There are hundreds, thousands of people in network marketing making 10 times the amount. So someone was making, I don't know, like 200,000 followers just by building this business. And the goal is to be interested and to see where can you help the other person improving their life. And ask them, so what do you do for a living? And then if they say this, then I say, nice. Was it always your dream job? If they say yes, then I say, nice. What do you like most about your job? Then they say something. And then I say, is there anything what you don't like about your job? And then maybe they say something, right? For example, I had a person who was working in a metal factory, working 3 shifts, looking like a fitness model on Instagram. And she was like 24 years old. And I asked her, like, what do you do? And I was like, I do this. And I was like, really? And she was like, yeah, but do you enjoy it? And she was like, not really, you know? And that was like, holy shit, I have already what, and she was like, yeah, I'm looking for something else, but I don't know what to do. And I was like, crazy. I was in the same situation 3 years ago. And I sent her on the next day a voice message. And if you think about that process, how long does it take to get a stranger into your business? Not very long if you ask the right questions. Of course, if you start, hey, how are you? How is life going? What do you have for lunch today? You know, if you ask like questions like that, that takes an eternity to find someone who wants to join the business. And we don't have time. We just want to get people in the business and help them and build a massive organization. So if you are effective in communicating, it's wild how many people you can recruit, because that's just a numbers game. It's like, how much messages are you willing to send out every day? So, and what I did, I just messaged like every day 20 people. And of course, if I'm in the gym and I message someone who is in the gym and I give an honest appreciation about the discipline and the work, what they put in, of course they feel honored and reply. And that's the only thing what I want. I just want that they reply to my messages because they check out the profile. And if I have already my story, if I have already some other stuff, if I have already my profile, it's like, oh my God, John, this dude is, it's like, this guy's in shape. Looks like if there are coming legs out of his shoulders because his arms are so big, you know? It's like, oh my God, I want to be like this guy, right? And then you're going to just keep the conversation going. And when you really feel that you can help someone to improve the current situation, people feel it when you send the invitation. And I give you word by word the invitation what I sent to that one person. And if you do this, but you need to understand that you have to be first interested. If you just try to enroll, you just send a voice message in the second message, then you cannot be that specific because you didn't find you were too less interested. You need to get more information that it's more easy for you to recruit. So when I said to her, I said, look, hey, Sandra, I remember the conversation where we had, and it's so interesting because the shape, you are amazing in shape. You know so much about nutrition. People comment all the time about your profile and ask you and appreciate you and say, hey, I would like to have a shape like you. It's completely wild, the community what you created already. And you know what's interesting? You told me yesterday that you're working a job what you're not really happy with, and you are searching for something different. And you know what? I was in the same situation where you are right now, 3 years ago. I was looking for something where I can travel with. I was looking for somewhere I can make more money with. And I think a person like you, with your qualities, you would crush it completely. And if I can make $500, if I can make $200, if I can make $1,000, I think you can make $5,000, $6,000, $10,000. That's crazy. I need to tell you this because yesterday I was thinking about the conversation the whole evening. Maybe that sounds crazy because we just know each other since 3 days, but are you open to check it out? And now tell me that this person says, oh, no, just no. You know what the part is where people cannot resist? It's a genuine compliment. Once I realized that, I felt like a caveman who discovered the fire. Because then I was like, holy cow, I can recruit everybody if I'm just interested. But you know what? It's the reason why the recruiting process is for someone working out so well and for someone not, because you're not enough interested. But you need all the facts. Because look, even in the closing, let's say she went through the presentation. Let's say she went on a webinar. She joined a nutrition club. She thinks about getting started, but she's still not sure. And when we talk about the packages, or when we talk about, are you ready to get started? And she says, I'm not really sure if this is really something for me. You know, it's like, I'm not sure, should I really do it? And then you have the reason what she told you in the beginning. I want to do something else. I want to travel more. I can't because I'm stuck in my job. And then you tell her the reason. Because look, this is something interesting. It's very easy for someone to say no to network marketing, but it's extremely difficult to say no to the dreams. And this is what I want you to understand, because this like it doesn't, it's not like a technique, or it's not like say this and convince her to join. It's the genuine interest. I truly believe if this person would work with me and I tell her what are the first steps to get the business going, I can guarantee you her life would be completely different in 2 years from now, 100%. And this is what people feel. And then I told her, look, you told me you want to travel more. You told me you want to make more money. Tell me, what is the other option? Let's say if it's not Herbalife, tell me another business what you can start with just a small amount of money where you can reach that freedom and that success. There is nothing out there. And that was complete. And then she was like, oh my God, I really want to do this. And then I was like, let's get you started. And sometimes I give you the best practice. When someone says, I need to think about it, or I'm a little bit insecure, I was like, I'm not sure if I should do it. People need more trust in that opportunity that they can really make money in this business. And what I always did and what works so well is when I'm in a closing with someone and they say, I'm not sure, if I'm not able to get them in the business by myself, I invite her on a call for the next day with someone else in my team or with someone who has similarities with her. Because let's say there is someone who is in my team who was doing something else before and is doing Herbalife since 5 years. And she has already success. She made already her first $10,000, $5,000, $2,000. And I would say, look, I can totally understand. You need to think a little bit about it. There's one person in my team. She's absolutely amazing. She wasn't in a similar situation where you're right now, but she's very good at helping people make money directly in the beginning. Because look, your task is that you take the fear that they don't make money. Let's put it that way. If someone is in the call and the person is so confident and say, of course I find people, 100%. If I'm going to put the work in, I find 100% guaranteed someone who joins my business as a customer and as a distributor. If they know for a fact that they make money, of course they join. But the fear is that they don't make money. So if I put it that way and say, hey, look, there is someone in my team who was in the same situation and she's amazing at helping people in the beginning make the first commission. And she has some techniques, they work 100%. But she's very busy. I'm not sure if I can get her, but I will call her directly after the call. But let's say she's available tomorrow for half an hour. I think if you would talk to her, we set up a call, like a three-way a call together with her. I think you will love this person because she's like so similar to you, and I think that would be super cool. So if I can get her that she takes her time tomorrow for 20 minutes, would you also take your time? Like, oh yeah, that would be cool. That would be interesting. They're great. What time works for you? And then I already schedule the next appointment. Because if you let her off the call without scheduling the next appointment, she is going to disappear. And then you have one problem, that you are the needy person when you message her and say, hey, did you think about the call yesterday? And then you're like, oh, okay, man, he just wants to sign me up, right? But the goal is, this is what Eric Roy is teaching all the time as well. It's like the goal is to either sign them up or book a next appointment until they feel secure about the decision what they make. But you know what's interesting? I can tell like all the strategies what I did, but the reason why some people make it and some people don't make it is because some people are just not hungry enough. And I'm sure, and there are 100% people in the same period, in the same like let's say in the same working period, like Enrique, 15 years in the business. And I can guarantee you there are people, they have not even 5% of that organization what he has. But why is that? Enrique was just more hungry. Enrique just had bigger goals. He was like, I'm going to get this. And I'm going to play this game until I'm at the top. But you know what the thing is? This is what I realized as well when I was in Austria. If you live too comfortable, and if it's for you, if it's not a necessity, and if you don't want it bad enough, it's so hard for you to get this thing going. Because I give you an example. Let's say you work a job, you make money, bills are paid, you go maybe twice a week, twice a year on vacation, and it's not necessary to push as hard as you can to build that Herbalife business to the very top. And if you don't have a reason why you're going to do it, you will probably not do it. It's the same if you sit on the oven and someone turns the plate at 1. How long will you sit? Maybe a minute, maybe 40 seconds. But let's say when you sit there, it's comfortable. Maybe it's getting warm, but it's still comfortable. But what if someone turns the plate to 10, where it's get crazy hot? Then you're going to move your butt because otherwise you would burn yourself, right? But let's say if that situation would be the case, that you have only one option. Some people, they just have too many options. They're like, yeah, I have this option to make a little bit of money, this and this and this and this. If you would limit all the options and focus only on that one thing, that's like, I'm gonna build this to the top. You see me at the end, and you see me at the top of the mountain or dead on the side, but I'm not coming back. And if you limit like everything, and that's completely wild what you can accomplish. And you know, this is so interesting. And if you take that decision, and I mean, who should stop you? If you leave that call today and you say, fuck it, I'm gonna do it for real. And then you start messaging 20 people. Hey, I've seen you in the gym. Hey, you're amazing in shape. Since how long are you working out? Boom, 20 times. And then let's see on the next day how many people will reply. And then you take the conversation from there. But then you don't stop on the next day. You just keep going. You know what the most difficult part is? The daily monotonous little things. What measures the most? And what makes the most difference? That's like, of course, it's easy today. Yeah, I'm motivated. I was on the call with Alex. I like the motivation. I like the energy. That was cool stuff. Today, yeah, I'm going to go on Instagram and I hammer the messages. What's on the next day? Do you still show up? But this is the thing. You're going to show up even on the next day. You're going to go there and it's like, today I'm going to do it every day. It's like brushing your teeth. It's like, no, today I'm going to brush my teeth. No, you do it every day. And every day, let's say today, every day from 8 p.m. to 8:30, this is my time. This is my holy time. There's nobody can interrupt. I lock myself in the room and I'm going to start conversation with new people. Because this is what makes the difference over the long term. If you start having that conversation every single day, 20 new conversations a day, you cannot say that in 2 weeks from now, if you ask the right questions and if you invite someone to see the business because you truly believe from the bottom of your heart that you can help him to live a better life, that you don't find someone who will say, here's my credit card, I want to get started. And I want to give you even a more detailed strategy, what I did when I sent that voice message, where I said, are you open to check it out? Because you cover 2 things. Write that down, that's really good. In that voice message, you have to cover 2 things. First, why do you believe that the person would be a good fit? Why do you believe the person would be a good fit? That's the first thing. And the second question is, what is in it for him? Because this is the only thing what he's interested in. If someone says, hey, Alex, do you want to jump on a call? I say, no, I don't want. Why should I jump on a call? Why should I take my time, invest 30 minutes where I don't even know what the outcome is? You need to tell me up front, what are we doing? Because otherwise I wouldn't invest my time. And if people don't know what's in it for them, they won't join on the call. The reason why so many people flake on calls is because they don't have the courage to say, no, I don't want to go on the call. They just want to make you feel good. And they say, yeah, but this week I'm busy. We can do it maybe next week on Friday in 8 days. And if someone says that, that's a reflection for you. You just have to learn how to invite that someone wants to have a conversation with you. And this is very interesting to understand. And if they say yes, what you do next? You're going to do one thing. Don't make the mistake. If they say, yes, I would like to check it out. And if you send a Herbalife presentation, this guy is gone and you will never get him back because he still doesn't know what's in it for him. You have to do one step in between. And I learned this lesson during the pandemic. I got so many people saying yes, 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 yes. And I sent presentations like all the time. And people didn't reply after that. Maybe if that ever happens to you, you send someone a presentation and they stop replying to all your questions. Drop a 1 in the chat. You need to do one thing in between. And this is when someone says, are you open to check? When I say, are you open to check it out? And he says, yes. You do one thing. You say, great. When do you have time? 10 minutes for a call today. Because everybody has 10 minutes. Because look, if you don't tell him 10 minutes, let's say when you have time for a call, he says maybe in 4 days. Because he's like, yeah, how long is the call? I don't know. Is it half an hour? Is it 50 minutes? Is it 1.5 hours? I don't know how long this guy wants to talk with me. But if you say 10 minutes, it's like everybody has 10 minutes. And I can create a better life for me and for my family if I have a call 10 minutes with this guy. Fuck yeah, I'm gonna talk to 10 minutes. 10 minutes. I already wasted a lot of 10 minutes in my entire life, so I can do something useful with this time. So, and on the call, you do one thing. You're gonna say, hey, it's so cool that you take your time. Tell me, John, why you open for something new? Because you say in the voice message, are you open to check it out? So you just go back to that question. Say, are you open for something? Why are you open for something new? And then you know what he will say? He will say, yeah, I do this. And maybe I don't like my chef so much. I have some working colleagues, that just go there to pay my bills. But I lost my passion 15 years ago already for that job. And I'm just existing. If I would have another thing, I would just do it. People, there is, what the advantage is if you speak with someone who is employed, there is not a single job on the planet where someone says, I really admire everything about the job what I do. There's always something what they don't enjoy. If it's their chef, their colleagues, their time, what they get paid, they don't feel appreciated. Doesn't matter what it is. But there is something. And your goal is just to find it out. And then you just ask more questions and you let him speak. And at the same time, when he speaks and tell you what he wants to improve, you're going to take notes because you will have so many calls with people that you don't remember all the people. So, okay, John wants this. Okay. And he wants to go fishing, but he has no time because he's a teacher and blah, blah, blah. And then you just write everything down. Okay. And then you ask him, John, how often would you like to go fishing? Yeah, I would like to go every week, but I can't. Oh, nice. Do you have a boat? No. What boat would you like? Yeah, I would like to have this boat. Ah, that's cool. And then he's telling you, it's like he just starts dreaming, even on the call. And then at the end, you say, that's nice. I think if we would work together, you have more time that you go fishing, you get the boat, you basically repeat everything what he explained to you. And then it's impossible for him to say, no, I don't want more information. And then you take a video, what you sent. And right now we create a video. It will be a very short Herbalife presentation, like 15 minutes. And this is, for example, what you can say. It's like, I'm going to send it to you. When do you have time to check it out? And they always even watch it on the same day or latest tomorrow, because they are already so thrilled that they can really change, that they're so excited about their future that they're like, I'm going to watch it right now. I got people so excited because I truly feel that I can change his life guaranteed forever if he works with me. That I got them so excited. It's like, I sent it to you now. I was like, okay, I'll watch it right now. And I was like, all right, so let's make a call. Let's make a Zoom call in half an hour. Then you do this. This is another great trick. The reason why I had so many conversations that I can really tell you what gets people excited for the next step, because you go from text message to the voice message invitation, from the voice message to the phone call, from the phone call to the Zoom call. The person who is asking the question is leading the conversation. The option that after the Zoom call, that you make another phone call, that's not possible anymore, because it's difficult to sign people up on the phone. It's more easier when you see them face to face. So what you do is like, look, I'm going to send you the video, John, until tomorrow. We're going to make a call at 7 p.m. And we make the call on Zoom because I take you behind the scenes. I show you your own personal online shop, what you will get. You know, usually it's crazy. If you program an online shop, it's even that $2,000, but you get it for free. I show you the shop, what you get. I show you behind the scenes, what usually only people see who are already in the business, but I give you a sneak peek. So it's easier for you to imagine what we're really doing. Zoom call tomorrow, 7 p.m. I'm super excited. Watch the video. Bye. And then you make the call. And then you ask him in the presentation and say, hey, what do you like? What did you like best? And then you say to him, that was the reason why I started as well. Because then he feels like, oh, I have a guy, Alex, that he started because of the same reason like me. And then, you know, like the similarities, and people are attracted to the similarities. And then you take it from there. And then you ask him in the call, it's like, how do you want to get started? Because you don't ask him, do you want to get started? Because of course he gets started. I mean, what else? I mean, he told you his entire life journey and that he's not happy with his current situation. I mean, what else should he do? Being unhappy for another 1.5 years? For another 2 years? Wasting his entire life? No, he has to take a decision. It's like, how do you want to get started? These are the options. And if they don't want to get started, you invite him on a call and you ask him, it's like, hey, look, I really want to help you. And I feel I cannot help you if you don't tell me the truth. If there is something what holds you back, just let's be honest. What's holding you back? And you know, if you speak that out, like, let's be honest, look, it doesn't bring anything if you have a question or if you have a doubt and you take it home, because I cannot smell it through the Zoom. Not now, maybe in the future, but not now. And then you say, look, what's holding you back? And then, for example, he says, sometimes people say like this, and they say, you know, I got introduced to many opportunities, and sometimes they say, yeah, they support you, but then you get started and then there is no support anymore. And I'm not sure, maybe I mean, you can tell me everything, but I don't know if it's really true. And then I say, yeah, of course, I can understand. There are a lot of people, they say, yeah, you get support, but you don't get support. But for example, would it help you if we call someone, let's say from my team, who I'm working with since 2 years, 1 year, 3 years, and he can tell you how the support is? Would that give you more confidence to take a decision? Of course, he says yes. And then maybe directly in the call, because then I cannot prepare anything. It's like I call just a guy from my team. I was like, hey, bro, I'm with John in the call. He's thinking about to join us. He's an amazing guy, and he wants to know how it is working with me. So just let me know, what's your experience so far? And then you go on speaker and you put your phone here, you know? It's like you find always a solution somehow. If they come up with a problem, you give them a solution. It's like, oh, I cannot start because of this. I can solve it. And the thing is, of course, it takes practice. But if I send you the recording after that call, and you can go through every single question and every single step again. And I can guarantee you, if you do it only 20%, as we discussed today, you have someone who is joining the business. Because it's logically, because you give people what they really want. It's not that you say, hey, do you want to make $10,000? And they're like, I cannot imagine that because I never made that before. All right. And this is what I just tried. I mean, what should happen? You know what's interesting? The only thing is the only thing what can happen is that it gets better. It can't get worse, right? Because you just start conversations. And what do you have? People, they will reply. And if you do it every day, 20 messages until our next call. Let's do this. That's the task for the next call until Wednesday, 7 p.m., same time, same station, same link. 20 conversation every day with someone who is in shape, with someone who has similarities, with someone who looks cool. Don't text people that you don't want in the business. And this is what's so important. This is what I did wrong 3 years. 3 years I made the mistake and I couldn't grow in my business, because don't look for people. Look for people who you need for your business. Look for people who you need for the business, not people that need your business. And these are not the same. You build a team of good people because you need to think one step ahead. If you bring someone in who has a flowers profile picture and a picture of a garden, and he only won on Instagram, and maybe you get him somehow, and his Zoom, and then you get him on a call and Zoom, and he's like, cannot start a camera, and maybe he just signs up somehow. Who should they bring? Because you don't want, for example, let's say if I would enroll Rene, I don't want Rene. I just want to use him to open the door to the potential of the 1,000 people he knows. And I use him to get to his people. And at the same time, I help him to make money, right? So, and if you think about that, because it's not over when they sign up, then the work starts. When they decide I'm going to join, this is where the work starts. It's not, let's open champagne, we have a new distributor. So it's like, this is when the work's starting. And this is, this is what I would do. 20 conversations until next week, every day. And then we're going to speak in the call. What was the result? What was the outcome? And I think a lot of you have already the story. Just upload it, make a Canva template, my story, who am I, and then upload it. Is there anybody who has a question, for example, right now? Let's make a little bit of conversation. Is there someone who needs a little bit help with the story?
I have a question.
Yes, let's go.
Hello, Alex. I'm Marissa.
Hi.
You said a voice message, send them a voice message. Number one, why do you believe the person would be a good fit? And number two, what's what? I'm sorry.
What is in it for him?
Oh, what's in it for him? Okay.
Exactly, because why should the person join? For example, if he says, I'm not really happy with my job, I would like to make more money, I don't like my boss because she's all the time rude and no appreciation and sometimes disrespectful, then this is something what he don't want anymore, right? So I can say, for example, look, I think if you would do this, and then I tell him how his life would improve. I think if you would do this, you don't have a boss anymore. You can wake up when you want, when your body wants, not when your alarm clock wants. You can pick the people you would like to work with, not in the situation where you're right now, where you have to work with all the people they sit next to your desk in the office. So you can pick the people. If you don't like them, don't pick them. And this is basically what is in it for him. And that guy starts already dreaming, how cool would that be if I can pick the people I work with? And welcome to network marketing.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And I want you to, today, after we finish the meeting, because I know you guys, I think, have a next call in 15 minutes. I want you to use the group what we have, the bootcamp, and you write two things in the group. What did you learn today? Number one. And second, what is the action step what you take right now after the call? What did you learn? What was the action step? And what is the action step? What do you do? And then you write it down, and then it's set in stone, and then you have to do it. Because if you say you do it, you're going to do it. Is there anything else I can help you with? You guys are so cool. So you're so motivated, and I see Vanessa all the time smiling. That's cool. That's a nice group. You have a great team, Enrique.
Thank you. You're awesome. Yeah. So any questions, anybody? I think we're good. That was awesome. 20 messages.
20 messages every
All right.
day.
Every day. All right, awesome. Any questions? Any questions? I think we're good. All right, a lot of valuable stuff today, guys. You know, even me, like I'm getting nervous doing all the videos and learning new things and putting it into like order and because I just get on there and I'm just kind of like whatever with it a lot of times, but getting a little bit faster with everything too. So I want to let you guys know, like the more you do it, the faster you're gonna get, the better you're gonna be. Don't be afraid to do it. Like do the hard shit. Sorry, it's the hard stuff now, and then it'll be easier later, right? So I just want to share that with you guys. I'm just super proud of you guys for getting on here because it's not easy to get on here. And we have calls. You guys have some of you guys are at work, and then some of you guys are here, and then you're at your clubs, and then we have another call in a little bit. So I just want to say I'm proud of you guys for learning and growing, evolving, because this is the things that it takes. But I'll see you guys in like 12 minutes. All right. Thank you, Alex.
See you next week. And 20 messages a day, not until next week, because that was the question what someone asked. Don't be lazy, guys.
Thank you.
Awesome. Bye.